Have you ever written a long message, deleted it, rewritten it, or maybe someone smiled at you and something inside whispered, "This smile is not real"? How did you know this? Your affirmation, which you repeat to manifest the lowest form of communication. One can say, "I love you," yet you feel nothing. And another person may never said those words, but with this person, you may feel safe. So tell me, which one communicated more? The one who said, who used speech, or the one who was silence? Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you pray, nothing changes? Have you ever repeated affirmations every morning, worked harder than everyone around you, done everything people told you, yet somehow life still doesn't move in your favor? Then you begin asking, why is not the universe listening to me? But what if the universe is always been listening to you, and the real problem is you are speaking in wrong language? Not English, not Sanskrit, not Hindi, no any other language, the language of consciousness. And today I want to share with you something that completely changed the way I understand prayers, meditation, manifestation, and even human relationship. Ancient yogis discovered that every thought and every word passes through 4 levels of communication before it becomes speech. And the surprising part is almost every human being spend their entire life using only the last way of communication, and because of that they never discover the true power of communication. Think about your life. Have you ever written a long message, deleted it, rewritten it, because no word could explain and express what you actually felt at that moment? Or maybe someone smiled at you and something inside whispered that this smile is not real. How did you know this? Nobody said to you. Communication had already happened. Or think about a mother. Her baby can't speak, yet she instantly understands whether her baby is hungry, insecure, afraid, or uncomfortable. Even a dog knows whether you are afraid or not before you say a single word. Nature itself communicates beyond the language. So maybe the words are not the highest form of communication, or maybe they are the lowest form of communication. And yoga understood this thousands of years ago. Today, you go to seminar and you learn the way of communication. You learn how to communicate with the world through this speech. But you have been learning the lowest way of communication. And this is what I'm going to explain you now, the highest way of communication. And later, we will learn what practices can take you to that level where you can learn and resonate such energy where universe listen to you. Now, let's understand what is the first level of communication. And actually, it is not a first level of communication. This is first level from the bottom. And this is where we all are. This is what we use for daily communication. And in Sanskrit, it is called Vaikhari. And this Vaikhari communication is a last level of communication where all human being functions. And we think that more we work on it, at this level, we will manifest better. Understand this first. In Vaikhari, speech here is ordinary. The words I'm speaking right now with you is a Vaikhari communication. Our communications, our arguments, our motivational speeches, even your affirmation which you repeat to manifest are Vaikhari, the lowest form of communication. I think many of you will stop affirming from today after knowing this. But this is true. This is the lowest form of communication, which is not reaching to universe. Most people think this is the place where communication starts, and yoga says communication ends here. This is the last, because words are the final expressions of something much deeper. Think about relationships. Husband says, "I'm fine," but wife knows he is not. How did she know? Mother knows he is not. How did she know? Because his words said one thing, but his presence says completely different. Someone can say, I love you, yet you feel nothing. And another person may never said those words, but with this person, you may feel safe. Around his presence, you feel secure. So tell me, which one communicated more? The one who said, who used speech, or the one who was silence? Words are vulnerable to misunderstanding. One text message, one sentence, one wrong tone, and years of friendships disappears. Vaikhari is powerful. This communication is powerful, but it is also the most limited one. Now understand. Let's go upper. Second level, it is called Madhyama. Now we move one step little deeper. This level is called Madhyama. Nobody hears it, yet it controls your entire life. It is a conversation happening inside your own mind. I'm not good enough. I will never succeed. No one loves me. I'm too old. I'm too late. I'm not disciplined. Or I'm powerful. I'm wealthy. Nobody hears those words, but your nervous systems hears them. Your body hears them. Your decisions hears them, and your confidence hears them. Modern psychology calls them self-talk. Sometimes people think that life is creating problems for them, sufferings to them. But yoga says many times these sufferings are created by their inner conversation with themselves. Prayers also begins here. Contemplations also begins here in this level. Visualization is also begins here. So when you visualize every morning that you are doing great in your life, you are like all these affirmations, when you are told to visualize, even in Yoga Nidra, when we practice to relax the mind, we use this communication where we visualize that I am lying, there's a darkness, there's a moon, there's a beautiful mountains to relax the body. But this is also not a deeper level of communication, yet powerful. Let's go little deeper and little higher. The third level called Pashyanti. It means that which sees. Here thought haven't become word yet. They appear as a vision, as an intuition, as direct knowing. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt, I should not trust this person, even though they were smiling? Or have you ever felt that after waking up, you suddenly know the answer of a difficult problem? Artists experience this. Yogi experience this. Musicians also experience this. Many of the history's greatest discoveries appeared first as an image, long before they became an idea. Yoga says communication always sees, not sees, like stop, see before it speaks. The deeper your meditation becomes, life begins communicating through symbols. This is powerful level, but not yet the deepest one. Last one. Finally, the highest level of communication called para. This is communication beyond words, beyond thought, beyond imagination, pure consciousness. Ancient traditions tells us that the great guru never shared the knowledge through speech. Sometimes disciples simply sat in silence and knowledge appeared to them. And that's how the Indian old yogic tradition was before. Now we are reading books. We are teaching through the words a lot in a Vaikhari state, the lowest way, but still people don't understand. See the level of understanding, see the level of connection. And we are expecting the universe need to listen to us, or I listen to universe. If you can't listen your own teacher who used the speech, beautiful words, how universe will listen? Because the different level of communication. Human being today together cannot understand two people. Even after marriage, two people can't understand each other, because Vaikhari is also very poor Vaikhari. So in para, knowledge was never transferred through languages. It was transmitted through consciousness. Someone asked how Maharishi Patanjali knew Yoga Sutra, knew Sanskrit, knew Ayurveda, not because of any communication through language, but through para. And maybe you have also experienced this as a glimpse, watching a sunrise, standing before ocean, holding your child first time, or sitting in a deep meditation for a few moments. There were no thoughts, No questions, no words, yet everything felt complete. That silence was closer to para than any sentence you could ever speak. You know why manifestation feels difficult? And this is where many people misunderstand manifestation. They think that manifestations means speak louder, repeat affirmations, asking the universe again and again. But yoga offers a different perspective. Instead of changing the words, change the one who is speaking. Because the quality of communication depends on the quality of your consciousness. When consciousness becomes fragmented, your communication becomes fragmented. When consciousness becomes clear, your communication becomes clear. Your decisions becomes clear. Your relationship becomes clear. Your actions becomes clear. And your life begin moving in harmony with your deepest intentions. Not because you forced the universe, because you stopped resisting yourself. Words are not the highest form of communication. They are the lowest stage of communication. Learn to be silent. Long before your mouth speaks, your consciousness has already spoken. And that is exactly why authentic yoga practices such as pranayama, kundalini, meditation, they all exist. Not simply to make you healthier, to make you calmer, but to refine your consciousness until your very existence becomes communication. The question is no longer, how do I make universe to hear me? The real question is, how do I become so silent that I can hear the universe? Now in the next video, I'm going to share with you a one powerful technique which can take you from Vaikhari, the lowest form of communication, to para, the highest form of communication, which you need to learn if you really want universe to listen to you, or if you really want to hear the universe what he wants to speak. We will be recording those practices which you can start from first day and see the changes. Share this video with others who still believe that more I do affirmations every morning, more I am chanting loud, more I am repeating the mantra, this is the highest form of communication, God will listen to me. No. Share this video and see you in